shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months saying I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming. Against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go.
You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched.
the block around just like the hand on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent. A message, you're the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this lose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil it.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 20.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for the 7. I'm coming for the 7. Watch 36. 36, 30. Yo. Mike, 36.
Here's Rodgers. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was defended by Julian.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards.
Baltimore.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson will throw again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Colts have taken the lead.
For the point after.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for ring.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You got to know as a quarterback, it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defense. defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Their own 30-yard line.
Now Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
17, Ravens 7.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A man coming off back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Here's Jonathan Taylor with it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that'll make the lead moves to 17.
Colts 24, Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
What you got, baby? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Jackson now. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
17 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on 1st down. Patterson, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
For the running back.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. DeForest Buckner. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and
play action. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Played to Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to...
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Mike, check 33. 33. Here we go. On the 50. Check 35. Check 13.
Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. He finds Taylor. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll run here with Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run Taylor, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
The kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
The score, Colts 27, Ravens 21. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And
this is caught at the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
25-yard line.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
1st down, Baltimore.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because
under pressure, and they got to him again. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Jackson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Jackson from the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
38-yard line.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And a Raven first down.
Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete. Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Coverage there by Earl.
Plain and simple. That's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, Rodgers looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught at the 25. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And some room to work. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he's gone 2-2 on us now. At 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones, able to run it, catch it, and produce. Big-time points put on the board by him.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Patterson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. On 1st down, Patterson. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Ravens.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll try to run with Dobbins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Loss on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here's Jackson off the play fake. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jackson. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
And the Raven 1st down.
Off the play fake. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play action. Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taylor, the ball.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run once more with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Off play action. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
A loss of 12 yards.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.